105, 1 Bounce Detroit, still back for hip hop and R&B. It's your boy Showtime Desar. Got a super special guest in the studio with me today, man. All the way from Atlanta, Georgia. Shawty Lo Jr. What up, though, man?
Man, what's happening, man? It's a pleasure to be here, bro. So I appreciate y'all.
Thank you for coming, first of all, man.
Yes, sir.
This your first time in the city?
Nah, like third.
Third? Okay, what you do when you come here, bro?
I really go kick it with T.
Okay.
Just go see what's really popping around here.
Okay. Nice. Now, before we, deep dive into everything, man, you took your father's name, Shawty Lo Jr. Does that feel like pressure on you to, try to live up to what your dad did? Taking his whole moniker and everything like that?
Nah, I really just feel like, he did what he did and it's only one him, but he left the foundation for me to, do whatever I need to do.
Right.
Because he helped and he touched so many people. So, I definitely don't feel like it's any pressure because at the end of the day, I'm going to do what I want to do.
Right.
And he did what he did. So, yeah.
What's your relationship like with the other members of D4L, man? Like Fabo and all that?
Man, everybody's still cool.
Okay.
I talked to Fabo, Stunt, Moot B,
Nice.
Front Street, but I still talk to everybody.
So from my understanding, you are, like, I guess bringing a new D4L. Is that correct?
Right.
Or you just okay? Can you talk a little bit about that? Like, is it new members or is it just like what does a new D4L look like to you?
Not necessarily a group, but
Okay.
my label is D4L
So it's
Reloaded.
Got you.
You know what I mean? So basically saying, it's still here. Basically what my dad pushed his brand, what he stood for, I'm still pushing that.
Nice. So with all of what's going on in Atlanta involving the YSL case and everything like that, the media is trying to say that Atlanta is divided. In your opinion, how do you feel Atlanta is right now, man? Do you feel like it's divided? Because, Atlanta's been a city that people have always said we want to model after. Right. Do you feel like it's divided because of the YSL thing going on right now?
Not just because of that. It's just a lot going on, from that case, people saying this to, just all type of stuff. So I just feel like, we can come together more, let certain things go. Yeah, I don't really feel like everybody got to just be, I'm this person, I stand on business.
Right.
When we are stronger as a unit. You know what I mean? Me personally, I don't know pretty much another city that has as many superstars as we have and have done what we've done. So it's like if we stick together, we can't be touched.
Well, how do you think you get back to that, man? You said too much bickering and arguing. So how do you think y'all get back to
and forgiveness? You know what I mean? It's only one judge, man, and that's God. You know what I mean? So it's not up to us to say this person is a bad person because of this or they did that or I don't like this so I ain't gonna fool with you. You know what I mean? Pretty much everybody has a past. You know what I mean? So, and I don't think it's a person on earth that we can like I can say, hey, let me watch your life from start to finish and you will be proud of pretty much everything that you've done. Nah, so it's not a person alive who can just say, hey, watch this from start to finish and I'm perfect. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Who's somebody that you want to work with, first off, just in general, but then next here in Detroit? Or do you want to work with somebody from Detroit?
Somebody in Detroit, Skilla Baby.
Why Skilla? That's I would like to see that, but why Skilla?
I mean, because he bring a different type of swag.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? His energy and just how he carry himself, man. I fool with that.
Okay. Is there somebody that on your radar that you want to work with, like, industry wise, like T.I. or somebody like that?
Future.
Okay.
Future is my favorite artist.
Why Future?
I mean, it's like, to me, he can't miss. You know what I mean? Like, pretty much every song, just how his cadence from what he talk about, it just, like, he just it to me.
That's what's up. You, let's talk about your music, man. What made you want to get into hip-hop? Obviously, your dad was a hip-hop artist and, seeing this, how that played out. But what made you want to say, okay, I want to follow in these footsteps, man? What made you want to be,
I mean, my dad actually came to me in a dream, you know, and he
Really?
so he was basically like, look, take the music serious. He was like, you gonna make it, and I'm gonna put the pieces around you to help you, but you're not gonna make it just because you my son. You gonna have to give it 100%, just like everybody else. So, you know, before that point, I thought about doing music just because, but I wasn't taking it serious. So once he came to me in the dream and said that, it just like, I got in the studio, I did like 4 or 5 songs, and I dropped one, and it just took off.
Talk about that a little bit, man, because I feel like people do say, well, you only doing this because of your dad. How does that make you feel, bro? Like, what is that? Is that like, man, that's not why I'm doing this? Or like,
I mean, people
it's like being Bronny's.
Right.
You feel me? Yeah.
And it's like, and I get that, but how is that fair to me? Because my dad paved the way for me and gave me a lane. Yeah, I mean, I would expect somebody like Will Smith's son to be acting because he paved the way for him to act or do whatever he want to do. So how can I try to shame that? You know?
No, you're supposed to. That's what your dad's supposed to. You're supposed to pass it down. So
exactly.
100%, man. Again, back into the music thing, man. You got probably a few projects out. Okay, talk to us about your latest project and then future music that you got going on.
Okay,
coming up.
My single that's out right now. I just dropped a single called "The Heir." You know what I mean, because I'm the heir.
Right.
You know, that's basically me just talking about like who I am, why I'm doing it, and just basically saying that I'm gonna keep putting on for my pops and what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So
you ever feel any pressure at any time, man, doing this?
Not necessarily pressure. I feel like I can be more consistent. I'm a person, I try to dibble and dab in a lot of stuff. So music, acting, clothing brand, working with other artists, trying to build them up. So I have my hands in a lot of stuff, and I have to learn how to focus on one thing at a time. Like get this going and do it big here, and then do this, and then get that, and then just build everything up versus just giving things like just a tad bit of energy, and then it don't really pop the way that it could.
You said you stepped into the acting bag as well? Okay. You got some movies out? Where can people find them?
Tubi.
Yes, now, let me ask you this, bro. People hear Tubi, they automatically go, I ain't watching it. It's Tubi. How you feel about that, man? Because I feel like people don't understand Tubi's a platform much like Apple Music, man. Does that discourage you from doing the movies at all?
Nah, I mean, because at the end of the day, even if it's on Tubi, everybody can't get a movie on Tubi still.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's still, you know, networks and channels that you got to go through to even be able to do that. You know what I mean? So it's like, and it's still us putting in our work and our time to give y'all something to watch. You know what I mean? You know, and us building up our platform, and, you know, and just doing what we need to do too. So like, yeah, we might start here at Tubi, but that's not the end goal.
All right, 2 more questions, gang, and I'm gonna let you get up out of here, man. You got a show tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
What can the people expect from you?
The people can expect to hear some classics. The people can expect to hear some of my new music. They can expect like to be lit. Like,
what's up?
Like we gonna have fun. You know what I mean? We're gonna be turned.
For sure. All right, before I let you get up out of here, give me your top 3 Shawty Lo songs from your dad. Go.
Top 3. Well, you got Done.
100%.
Sure.
That's a bop.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And some that y'all may or may not know. MIA.
Okay.
Featuring Maya. That's one of my favorite songs by him. And I don't want to choose the typical, you know, they know. Foolish and all that.
But it's a bop, though. It's cool, man. If you would pick that one, it's a classic, man. So
they know for sure then.
All right, for sure, man. Well, I appreciate you for stopping by, man. You definitely welcome back any and every time you come to the city, 100%. Want you shout out your Instagram so make sure people can follow you, and also shout out your new single once again, man.
Yes, sir. My new single, The Heir. That's the and H-I-E-R. The Heir. You can find it on all platforms. You can follow my IG, Shawty Lo Jr.
Shawty Lo Jr. Thank you, man. It's 105 when the bounce. Showtime to Czar. Peace.